Hello. Today we're going to do some planting in the school. What tools do you think we're going to need to use when we're planting? We're going to plant some little trees in the garden. Here's the tools I've chosen. What's this one called? Who knows what that's called? That is the spade. Okay. We use that for digging holes. And what about this one here? What's this one called? That one is the fork. And we can use the fork for digging, or if we've got big lumps of soil, we can use the fork to break open big lumps of soil to make them a bit smaller, a bit easier to work with. So we've got a spade and we've got a fork. What's this called? With the wheel on the front and the handles at the back. That's called the wheelbarrow, isn't it? So let's get the fork and the spade on the wheelbarrow, and before we go I'm going to put on some clothes to keep me clean and dry. I'm going to put some boots on my feet. I'm going to put some gloves on to keep my hands clean, and I've got my overalls on already so that I can keep my other clothes nice and clean. So we're almost ready to start digging. Okay, so welcome back to the school garden. We're outside here, out the front field, where we've got some fruit trees like that one there and this one here that we've grown fruit on. Last year had some nice fruit on these trees actually. So now we've got some baby trees. Oh, here they are, that we're going to plant into the ground. There's my spade. Look, you can see I've been started to dig a bit of a hole. I've got the grass out of the way so that we can get to the soil underneath. And if you look closely, I don't know if you can see them. What's that there? Can you see it? That's a worm, isn't it? Yeah, that's good. We like worms in the garden. They help the plants, they help crumble the soil and look after the soil for us. So this is a fruit tree, and I wonder if we can guess what sort of fruit tree it is. Let's put a picture of one of these and see if you can tell from the picture. Here we are. It's a pear tree. Oh, that would be nice, won't it? Yum, yum, yum. So, these bits here, they're called the roots, aren't they? They're the roots that grow in the ground, and they suck up the water, and the water comes up the root and goes all the way up the stem to where the leaves are. And then when we get some fruits, when we get some little pears on this tree, the water will help to pump up those pears to make them nice and big and juicy so we can eat them. Hooray! But first of all, we've got some hard work to do. We've got to dig this ground. Oh, and it's a bit wet. I can see another worm there. Oh, we need to push hard down and break open the soil to make it soft for the roots of the tree to grow into. Look, there's another worm there. Can you see him? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to do some more digging and then we'll show you how to plant the tree. There's a stone in there. Right, there we are. We've dug a nice hole now, and the soil at the bottom of the hole is nice and soft and loose, so that the roots from the tree can grow into that nice soil. So now we're going to get some compost. So I'm going to need the wheelbarrow and the spade. There we are. We're over at the in the compost corner here, this is the compost over here that we're going to dig out. This is nice and dark and well rotted. This is not from last year. This is from the year before. This is last year's compost, which is still a bit too fresh, so we're not going to use that yet. We're going to use the older compost, and I'm going to use my spade and put that nice and carefully into the wheelbarrow. Right, let's get some more. There we are. So now we've got lots of lovely compost. It's a nice dark colour, nice and crumbly. That's going to be great to mix with the soil. Leave it nice and neat and tidy there. Got my spade. Let's go back and plant our tree. Right, here we are. I've got some compost on my spade, and we're going to lift that and put it into the hole. And some more. There we are. And then we can mix that in. Do you know, I think it's about time we use the fork. There's the fork over there. Now we can use the fork now to mix the compost in with the soil, like that. There we are. That's good. Time for some more compost now. Right, now you can see that we've got lots of compost mixed in with the soil, and I've dug the hole deeper and I found some lovely big stones. Hooray! So we got those out of the way because they would block the roots, and I think that hole now, can you see the roots fit nicely in there, and we want the soil to come up to about there on the little stem of the tree. So that's about right there. Now we need to get some soil in there. So just going to gently introduce the soil and compost mix back into the hole. Just using the fork to work gently to kind of prod the soil around the roots there. There we are. I can see some more worms there. That's a good sign. Okay, so we've got our first little layer of soil in there. Now I'm just going to give it a very gentle, very gentle press down. I'm not pressing down hard. I'm just settling that soil around the roots there so that the tree can stand up on its own, and I can concentrate on getting the rest of the soil around there now. Let's do it. So there we are. I finished filling the hole with the soil, and I gently press the soil down around the roots, not too hard, and then we've put some more compost on top. Let's get a bit more on there. There we are. Lovely. So he's very happy there now, I can tell. All we need to do now is to get some of the fresh compost from over there and put that back on top of the soil and compost there, and we'll be finished. There we are, almost finished now. So we've got some more of that lovely fresh compost now from last summer, and you can see there's a lovely wiggly worm in there, and we're going to put that on top of the soil like that. There we are. We've had a bit of a tidy up around the tree, made it nice and neat. We're just going to throw away those stones. We'll probably put those over in the hedge out of the way, And that's all we need to do now for our tree. The soil's nice and wet, so he's going to get a drink, and it's going to rain. It's going to rain soon, I think. So he'll have plenty of water, and then we will see in a month or two, maybe in April and May and June, and through the summer we'll see lots of leaves, and maybe in a year or two we'll have some lovely pears to eat. That's how we plant a tree.